Hello, Ray Phoenix here, and this is Tetris Worlds on the original Xbox. This is by far one of the best Tetris games ever. Because, come on, it has so many different modes of gameplay. Right now, this is just the regular Tetris mode, and this game has a story too, because, well, why wouldn't it? It's Tetris. It's just about blocks falling from the sky. Why wouldn't there be a story behind it? Of course, there has to be some kind of story behind that, right? Like, blocks just magically fall from the sky. We have to align them and make them, make them get into place and get points and well, you don't even get our actual score in this version. It just does it by lines. Also, you can play your own music if you want music you have saved in your Xbox system. I'm obviously not going to do that for copyright reasons, but you get the point. So if you want, say you have any good music on your Xbox, your original Xbox, you put music CDs on there, feel free to do that and play your own music through this game. It actually makes sense. That's actually a lot more fun than the actual game itself. But then again, it's Tetris. I mean, Tetris is one of the greatest games ever. I mean, this has to probably be my second favorite Tetris game ever. My most favorite Tetris game is obviously the next Tetris, which is on the PS1. I already made a video of that game, well over a year ago, so you could check that one out. That's before I did commentary on my videos, though, but this was one of my ancient videos, my ancient Ray Phoenix videos from early 2018. So what's more there to say about this mode? It's just, well, regular Tetris. If you like Tetris, you'll like this. If you don't like Tetris, well, you're not gonna like this. One of the most interesting things about this game is that it's on the same disc. It's a fully fledged Xbox game, and it's on the exact same disc that Star Wars: The Clone Wars is on. Seriously, it's the same disc. It contains Star Wars: The Clone Wars and this game, Tetris Worlds. What do Star Wars, The Clone Wars, and Tetris Worlds have to do with each other? That's beyond me. They're two completely different games. They're made by two completely different companies. They have absolutely nothing to do with each other at all, so I don't even know why they did that. It's a complete mystery to me. So now here is the story mode in the game. I have to see what the game's main story is like. As you can see, there isn't really much of a story at all. There's a square, it's a cube on the side of the screen, an eye on it, and it says stuff as you move around. See, it just says Tetris. It just said Tetris there, you see? Yeah, it has like a sexy voice thing. It actually sounds like my girlfriend's voice. Like someone got my girlfriend to do the voice acting for that thing in this game. Yeah, I didn't know my girlfriend was a voice actor. Or at least that's how it would be if I actually had a girlfriend. I guess. Why would I have a girlfriend? I'm not worthy of a girlfriend. I'm just some nerd that sits around and plays video games all day and writes animation stuff all the time and works in sculpting and things like that. I'm not worthy of a girlfriend. I don't deserve a girlfriend. Well, at least I'm more worthy of a girlfriend than Chris Chan is, but what am I to say about that? Rank up. You see, it's just pretty much the same thing. Only the squares, looks like the pieces are made of squares, but then again, Tetris pieces are supposed to be made out of 4 squares. That's why it's called Tetris. It comes from the Greek word tetra, meaning 4. So, again, just like the regular Tetris mode, what is there to say about this mode? For real, there isn't really much to say about this mode at all. It's just simply blocks fall from the sky, and you have to join them together, and you have to create lines, and you get points, yada yada yada, we all know that. Come on, our Game Boys did that years earlier. Come on, I mean, my cousin used to have the original Tetris on the original Game Boy. We used to play it a lot, and we had a lot of fun doing that. I played Next Tetris in the PS1. Next Tetris in the PS1 had a better musical score than this. Heck, the Game Boy Advance version of Tetris Worlds, which I already made a video about a few months ago, that game had a better musical score than this, because it comes on this game. The stock music. Sounds like they're encouraging you to play. It's like they're encouraging you to play our music, and they also made this Tetris Worlds game on PS2 and GameCube. I don't know what those versions are like, though, since I never played the PS2 or GameCube versions. I don't think you'd use your own music in them, though, unless you have like a stereo next to you or something like that, and just play like how people did back in the old days. Back in the days of the Atari 2600, where people could just put music on their computers or music onto their phones or game systems. They just had like a stereo next to them or a music box next to them or something like that, and it would play music. There's nothing bad about that. So you might as well just do it then if you're going to play the PS2 or GameCube version of this game. Or maybe those versions have better soundtracks, I don't know. What's cool about the soundtrack in the Game Boy Advance version is that it used music from other Tetris games. There's some other modes in this game. Here's Cascade Mode. Here's another mode of gameplay. What makes Cascade Mode? I don't know. Just the blocks look like they're all solid pieces, and they look shiny too, like some kind of weird shiny thing like out of a sci-fi movie or something like that. Again, there's nothing really unique about this mode at all. At least I don't know what's unique about it. It's Cascade Mode. I guess they're gonna cascade at you, but I don't really see them cascading at you unless you call blocks dropping from the sky and having to arrange them like that cascading. That one makes that different from regular Tetris, and that's what we've been doing this whole time playing regular Tetris. What's the point? What's the frickin' point of this? Yeah, well, you know, it's Tetris. At least it's more fun to watch than curling, right? I mean, come on, who likes watching curling? Who likes watching golf, either? I mean, there's this channel I used to watch every Saturday. They'd show The Simpsons for hours on end on Saturdays. They don't anymore. And you know why they don't show it anymore? They show golf instead. Dang it, golf. I like golf, but I hate watching it. Come on. Who wants to watch golf? I'd rather watch The Simpsons than golf. The Simpsons is a lot more entertaining than golf. Come on, face it. So now this is sticky mode. This mode's called sticky mode. Why is it called sticky mode? I don't know. It's because, I don't know, maybe the piece is named after the people who made Sticky Balls. You know, Sticky Balls, that game on the Gizmondo? Sticky Balls? Yeah. That's one of the worst titles for a game ever. Sticky Balls. This mode's pretty much what the next Tetris is, where you have a bunch of blocks at the bottom of the screen. You have to arrange the blocks that fall from the screen, and they're in pieces. Pieces of different colors will fall apart. Pieces of the same color will stick together. That's probably why they call it Sticky Tetris. Yeah, that's the real reason why they call it Sticky Tetris. Yeah, I don't want to play something that's called Sticky Tetris. My waffles get sticky when I pour syrup on them. That's what sticky is. Your hands get sticky all the time unintentionally from stuff. Why is our world so dang sticky? I don't need it to be in my Tetris game either. Keep the sticky stuff out of my Tetris. I won't have to clean up my Xbox again when it gets all dirty with sticky stuff on it. And heck, I'm on my second Xbox now. It's actually the second original Xbox that I've owned. The first one I owned broke less than a year after I got it, and it looks like it had spray paint spittled all over it. Come on, did they leave it in a room that was being painted? Who leaves their Xbox in a room when it gets painted? That's cruelty towards Xbox. Who would do such a thing like that? Now this is fusion mode, and the most pointless modes in any game ever. The pieces look like they belong in the cascade mode. Sometimes you get single squares as their pieces, but they don't really do much purpose. I mean, what's the point of using one square? And it's pretty much just the same thing as next Tetris mode, is what I like to call it, which is called sticky mode in this game. So I just play sticky mode. What's the point of fusion mode? I don't know, maybe I am missing the point of this. Maybe I'm missing the point of this entire thing as a whole. Maybe this wasn't even meant to be a real Tetris game. Maybe this was meant to be a way to get people to want to buy Star Wars: The Clone Wars on the original Xbox. But I will eventually make a video of that Star Wars Clone Wars game on the original Xbox. It was like a precursor to Star Wars Battlefront. But then again, Star Wars Battlefront was a far better game than Star Wars The Clone Wars was. I like to think I fought in the Clone Wars sometimes. But then again, I like to think more I fought in the Cologne Wars. Get it? The Cologne Wars, because people would spray cologne on their airplanes. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, I hope none of you watching this video right now ever do that. Spray cologne on an airplane. Hope you've never been a victim of that either. So, what more is there to say? It's just plain old Tetris. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I recommend buying this if you own an original Xbox, and if you like Tetris, you're out of your mind not to own this. This is actually really good. Really good fun. I don't even know what more to say, because what is there to say? It's Tetris. There shouldn't be a lot to say about it. It's Tetris. This is Ray Phoenix signing out.